My name is Andrew Landers, and I am the songwriter and guitar player and lead vocalist of the band Mainstreet Struggleville.
Hey everybody, my name is Steven, and I play bass guitar in Andrew Landers and Mainstreet Struggleville.
Hi, my name is Paul Kakak, and I play lead guitar for the Andrew Landers project and Mainstreet Struggleville.
Hi, I'm Tommy Sandovallegos. I'm the percussionist for Andrew Landers and the Mainstreet Struggleville.
Tonight on Band in Seattle, with strong storytelling and stripped-down acoustic tracks, you'll love Mainstreet Struggleville. Welcome to Band in Seattle.
Robbing stages all my life, with my trusty six-string by my side, holding up emotions, stealing hearts down. Telling stories of paradise lost, of the hope of one man's cross. Wasted years and brand new start. I'm an outlaw of a ragamuffin kind, like Jesse James, a little Dylan, that's what you'll find.
My dad was a phenomenal musician. All of us played and sang. I can't actually remember when we weren't, so I really almost don't even know when we started. My older sister Mandy and my younger sister Randy, we all did it, and it was just one of those things that was very common. I mean, it was just around the house. My dad was a pastor, and so we learned a lot about at least a certain kind of music at church, but we were pretty active and that kind of stuff. So I'm sure the church was the entrance to being on stage for the first time.
And watching heaven and earth collide. So like a bandit, it won't take long. Sit here a while, I bet I'll play your song. Oh, you've never heard it before, but you've known it all your life. No, no, no. I'm an outlaw of a ragamuffin kind, like Jesse James, a little Dylan, that's what you'll find. I'll turn your blue skies gray and your gray skies blue, making a living off the things I thought I know.
I love the kind of musicians and artists that are going to bring to the table their unique personality and take ownership of the narrative that we're all trying to put out there. As long as they buy into the idea that we're pushing the narrative, and that narrative has a life of its own, and how we interact with it, musically that is, can change every night. And so we got to be ready for it to do its thing. We're following it.
Behind me. Oh, this California dreaming, it's been stringing me along. So I'll finish my set here at the One-Eyed Gypsy. Yeah, then I'm packing up, heading north where I belong. Driving down Interstate 5 going 63, listening to Petty singing Free Fallin' Today. Oh no, take me back to the city of roses, where gospel rain washes me clean. Mountains they stand up and kiss the heavens, reckon she's the prettiest I've ever seen. I can see her in the distance crossing this burn.
I met Andy about 12 years ago playing guitar for a church. We were interviewing him for a new worship pastor position, and I was kind of on the worship team, so I got to talk to him, and that's how we initially met. He ended up getting the job, moved out to Colorado. We had an instant connection, and then found out that he had all this music and stuff, and I was just drawn to it initially. So we started playing in Denver.
Been looking for myself for a really, really, really long time. Lord, I'm just trying to write my favorite tune. And through the laughter and the tears.
I was at that same church that I grew up in, and Andrew became my worship leader, if you will. So I was already playing at that point in time. The old pastor moved on, and so Andrew came in and started playing with me, and then eventually ended up turning around and going, man, you guys sound pretty good. And so he'd turn around and he'd be like, can I get you, Steven, me, right, to come with me to a couple of the bars around the Denver area and play with me? I'm like, yeah, I'm like 18, but I'll, you know, if I can get in, I'll come play with you.
This crossing this Burnside Bridge, going 55, left your lights on just for me. What a beautiful sight. Portland, I'm coming home tonight.
One of the record labels that was down in Tacoma at the time, the CEO of that label, he decided to pick me up one night, and we went to a place in Tacoma to go and see Andy. He was like, yeah, I want to connect you guys together, you know. So I met Andy a couple years later. I saw he was going to go and do worship music at the church. And my wife's telling me, I want you to go to church. I really want you to go to church. And I find out that Andy, he's the worship guy at the church that my family has been going to since they've been in Olympia. So I called him up, and he was like, oh man, you got to come in, this is perfect. So I went in there and I met with Andy, and unbeknownst to my wife, I didn't tell her what was going on. So she walks into church that Monday or that Sunday morning, and she sees me up on stage with Andy. She had no idea that I knew him. So it just developed into where we're at now, where me and him are extremely close, and we're building a good music relationship and a good friendship off of that.
I'm coming home tonight. Lord, no, Lord, no, Lord, no, Lord, no, Lord, no, Lord, no, yeah. Lord, I'm coming home.
After the break, find out more about Mainstreet Struggleville.
Can you show me, Lord?
You know, I hear these guys that are like, this song came in like 5 minutes. Okay, 5 days might be my record. I don't know.
Can you show me, Lord, 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 Lord? Lord, 'cause you seem so far away. Can you help me, Lord? No, no, 'cause you seem so far away. You can take me anytime now, Jesus. Lord, but can you wait just one more day? Hear me, Lord, 'cause you seem so far away.
Friar McAtee, that's one of the songs I've been playing the longest. Didn't know what blues was until I started playing Friar McAtee, and that's given me a pretty good sense of what blues is.
It's a classic blues song, straightforward, just we play that a lot. Almost every show we're playing that song. So.
I've got a good friend named Chuck McAtee. He is a trucker. And there tends to be a stereotype about truckers. You know, that maybe they're not the most educated, or they're rednecks, or this or that. Chuck is like this brilliant theologian, pseudo-intellectual, funny, humorous, caring mass of a man. He's huge, and his heart is even bigger. And we just got to be close buddies. He's like this guy that is just like really loves Jesus, but is like walking a very thin line. He's a little sketch. He kind of reminds me of the Friar in Robin Hood, the Kevin Costner Robin Hood. And so we just developed this great relationship, and so he's a huge blues fan, and so I was telling him about it, so I said, okay, I'll name the song Friar McAtee.
Can you show me, Lord, heaven's happy day? Can you show me, Lord, 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 heaven's happy day? Lord, can you wing home a day? Take me home, Polly.
I knew early on with the kind of writer I wanted to be, and seemed like I was natural at, which is that more storytelling, narrative-based kind of, you know, writing, which is in a lot of country music and obviously folk music. It's not real pop sensitive or kind of top 40, but it's never been an easy process for me. I cannot think of many songs. You know, I hear these guys that are like, this song came in like 5 minutes. Okay, 5 days might be my record. I don't know. It's hard.
My heart's so heavy and so very tired. Every single prayer welcomes weary tears. The struggle in the eyes of this child, reaching for courage, but slipping into fear.
Hurricane is a song he wrote for his son, Quincy, who's going through quite a battle.
I mean, he's my hero. That kid, he's seen more life than most people 4 times over.
But hope seems about 3 blocks away. His smile reveals so many questions why. In the midst of this hurricane, there's a little boy named Quincy J. Well, I don't know how to pray. All my words are stolen away. Jesus, remember his name in the midst of this hurricane.
He's just a really strong kid. He is going to do amazing things because of the mountains he's had to face. And in fact, one of the lines in there that really stood out as I was writing this song for him was, trust the maker of the mountains that you face.
But hold on tight, little man, and proceed. Trust the maker of the mountains that you face.
And he will use this chapter and this narrative to bring love and joy and goodness and beauty, courage to all around him.
A lot of space in that song to kind of just create around the story. It's a song that he gets emotional on when he sings, I know, because songs about his kids especially, but that one, he gets a little emotional when he sings. I can hear it in his voice.
And Quincy J. Well, I don't know how to pray. All my words stolen away. Jesus, remember his name in the midst of this hurricane.
When we return, uncover more about Mainstreet Struggleville.
It's going to take a lot of work, but I think he can do it.
Sitting on the banks of the Mississippi, listening to the breeze as it whistles this song I borrow. The sun sits down a while before it goes to sleep. Reminds me we're here today, then gone tomorrow. Wanna take a trip down the muddy Mississippi, just like Huckleberry Finn. Wanna take it slow at the speed of flow. Let that dirty water clean me up again.
That weekend was the last time he played. The Friday night that we played with you, and then we turned around and played with him Saturday night in Olympia, and that was it. I mean, he literally, bro, went downstairs to set up for a rehearsal, laid down, boom. Kerry would lay down lots of times, you know, while we're in a long rehearsal or something, just kind of lay down, put his little cap over his face, and just kind of chill. And that's exactly how he was.
Wanna take it slow at the speed of flow. Oh, no, no. Let that dirty water clean me up again. Mr. Paul Kakak, all the way from Denver.
He's one of those guys that just made everyone else look better. He brought people together. He was just a really good team guy.
He was always willing to help, you know. Always had something going on, but was always willing to take time for you and what you needed to hear, and he'd really speak life into you.
And he had just a joke sense of humor. Would roll up a piece of paper and put it in his mouth, so he was like pretending to smoke a cigarette and playing the drums in church, you know. It was kind of pushing the envelope a little bit, but he'd do that on purpose, you know, and like, you know, yeah, chill out, it's just a piece of paper, you know. just a great guy, and you know, I'm gonna definitely miss him.
He's just one of those guys. Yeah, I'm a better man because I was next to that guy.
Life begins and life must end, we know. That's the way the story reads. Oh, my frustration as I walk these roads is everything in between. Yeah. I'm surrounded by this ocean.
I'm not trying to be something I'm not. I'm not trying to accomplish anything that puts my name in lights. So you know, if I have the privilege to keep singing songs and writing songs in front of people who will listen, I don't know how much luckier I can get. That's pretty cool.
The only goal for me is that, you know, this works out for Andy. This is his lifeblood, and it's a tough gig. So it's going to take a lot of work, but I think he can do it.
Whatever he would want is what I would want for him. wherever his music is going to go. You know, I want to always see the best with Andy. I always want to be there for him. I'm very appreciative, very, very appreciative and honored that he would allow me to be part of anything that he's doing.
He has the world at his fingertips. I mean, with his creativity level and his songwriting and his capability as a storyteller, not a lot of guys like him. He's very unique. And I would just like to see him in his music career be able to do whatever he wants.
Falling into you.
For more information about our bands, go to bandinseattle.com, where you can watch Mainstreet Struggleville's full concert.